Alright, greetings YouTube. This is Dean with Board Game Social. Just wanted to give you a quick little intro before my Day 2 recap. It's coming to you a day late. I didn't film the Day 2 recap until the morning of Day 3, and for whatever reason I had a brilliant idea to do it from waking up in bed and going straight to the video. So after watching the video, I do apologize for that because, one, I have got a wicked farmer's tan, which I didn't really notice until I was did the video. So that is the epitome of a farmer's tan, so enjoy that. And the other thing is that after I watched it and was editing it and watched it minute after minute after minute, I started to have kind of visions of Jabba the Hutt laying up on his dais, and I was waiting for me to pop a frog into my mouth. But anyways, it was an idea. It didn't work, but I'm going to post the video anyways because I don't have the time or the energy to reshoot it. So enjoy it. And good morning. Good morning, sleepyhead. Good morning, YouTube. Boop. Well, it's the morning of Day 3 of Origins 2015, and I apologize for not getting up another video on Day 2, but quite frankly, I was pretty darn exhausted by the time I got back to my room last night. And the funny thing is, it's not like I played a bunch of games yesterday. I demoed quite a few games, but as far as actually full-length games, I think I only played one, maybe? But anyways, quick recap of Day 2. Crowd had picked up. It definitely was a lot busier than Day 1 was. I did get to spend quite a bit of time in the dealer hall. If you didn't see the video on the games that I was able to pick up at the dealer hall, that's a separate video that I shot. So check that out. But after getting those games, I really didn't pick up anything else other than I did pick up a copy of Fidelitas by Green Couch Games. Spoke with Jason, the designer, Katarski. I think that's how you pronounce his last name. I'm going on top of my head here. Really nice guy, and just a very personable guy. I demoed Dead Drop by Crash Games, and it's a micro game, but it's a fun little game. It's actually one of those games that is, being a micro game, it's not just a let's try to figure out what the other person has and stick it to them, kind of a take that mechanism, but it's also one of those ones where, yes, I need to figure out what you have, but I have to figure out what the dead drop card is as well, and then I have to make sure my hand is able to match what I think the dead drop is. So very interesting. It was a game that after I played it, I actually kept thinking about it more and more as the day wore on. So I did end up pre-ordering it, and when you pre-ordered it, you got a promo deck with it. So I think it's going to ship, I can't remember what they said, next month or so maybe. So I'm looking forward to that. Patrick's a very nice guy. His business partner, and I can't remember his name, I'm going to find it out today. Another very nice guy. So and then I also found out some other information about some of the Crash games that I thought I was signed up for to play at the con. Again, they weren't being run by them; they were being run by the Grand Gaming Academy. But Rotten State of Denmark, my understanding is that's now going to be under the working title of Hamlet. I guess to play in with that whole Shakespearean theme. The game Kingdom Land, I don't believe is going to be handled by them anymore, or made, maybe, I don't know. But either way, it's not going to be a Crash game, it doesn't sound like. And the Assassination of Jack Malone,
does not sound like it's going to be a crash game either. So that I mean, whatever, one way or the other, it's just good to get the clarification on that, so that um, I'm not wandering around thinking I'm going to be playing a game that I'm not going to be. So that was Crash Games. Let's see, what else did I demo? Oh, I got to demo the game Ashes by Plaid Games, designer Isaac Vega's new game, going to be released at Gen Con. Let me tell you, that is an absolutely beautiful game. It's fun. It's a deck building. My mind initially was it's a combination of Summoner Wars and Dice Masters, and maybe Magic. I don't know. The artwork is beautiful, absolutely gorgeous. So beautiful, in fact, that I found it almost distracting because I was constantly looking at the cards and my opponent's cards and the people that were demoing next to me, because they were different cards. So absolutely gorgeous cards. Very easy mechanics involved with the game. Each person has a Phoenix Born, which is kind of like their version of a summoner that you're trying to take out. And then you have spell cards and battlefield cards that you can play. And you have dice that you roll, and you allot those dice to be able to do certain things within the cards that you have or the cards that you play. So it was just a fun game. I went ahead and pre-ordered it because I know it's going to be a huge hit, and I can imagine that it's, Plaid Hat made Dead of Winter, and Dead of Winter had some issues with being able to meet the demand of the consumer. So I didn't want to be in that boat again, and went ahead and pre-ordered Phoenix Born or Ashes. So look for that again. Plaid Hat Games, Ashes, absolutely beautiful game. And then I'm trying to think what else. I was gonna go and to the yellow booth, and I thought you could buy Medieval Academy. Apparently you can only pre-order Medieval Academy. And then I was gonna demo Heroes of Normandy, even though I already own it, but that's the only way to get the promo pieces that I want for the game, which is about the only thing that I'm missing for it. But they stopped doing demos at 6 o'clock, so I'm going to go back today and try to get a quick demo in, so that I can get those promo pieces, which I'm usually not a big promo person, but yeah, I'll probably go ahead and get those just because I'm here. And let's see here. Then finally I sat and I met Matt Loomis, who was actually working at the Eagle Griffin game. Matt Loomis is a designer that one of the games that he is in development right now is called Cosmic Kaboom, kind of a dexterity flicking game. And I haven't seen it, but the only thing in my mind was they have that new Western flick 'em up game that they have been debuting or talking about. So I'm assuming it maybe it's similar to that. I don't know. He did say that he's going to be walking around and demoing it later at night. I looked for him before I came back to the hotel last night. I didn't see him anywhere, so I did send him a tweet wanting to know if he's going to be doing it tonight or tomorrow night, because I'd really like to give that a try. Again, another really nice guy. I probably talked to him for a good 5-10 minutes at the Eagle Griffin booth, just about their games, but also his games and just games in general. So young designer, so might be a name that you see more and more as the years go by. And then I played a prototype game called The Networks, designer Gil Hova, formal Ferret Games. That was a fun game. It's a refreshing theme that you probably don't see enough of. And it was an economic game, but it was pretty fast. Once you got the mechanics of it, you were able to move pretty fast and make your decisions. And you're building a network. You have 3 time slots. You start out with 3 very generic PBS style shows, and then you need to add shows into those different time slots. You have shows, stars, ads, and you need to purchase or get a combination of those for each of your time slots, or you don't have to. Some shows want to be in certain time slots, and if you don't put them in those time slots, they generate less than they would normally. And then you have stars, and some stars want to be on dramas, some stars want to be on sitcoms, so on and so forth. So if you don't match up the stars and the ads and the shows properly, you can still play them, you just don't get as many viewers as you normally would, and viewers are victory points. So it was a really fun game. We played a 4-person game. I didn't win, but it was still a really cool game. And again, one of those themes that you don't see ever, really. So it's kind of refreshing. And I wouldn't say I'm a big TV person, but back in the day I was very big on the entertainment industry. I would read Variety and things of that nature, and so this kind of took me back to those days of being a little more attuned to what's happening in the TV industry. So that was a lot of fun. And that was really about it. Came back to the hotel and pretty much collapsed. I wouldn't say it wasn't like I exerted myself all day, but walking around on concrete, standing on concrete, and just mingling and talking, it takes it out of me. I don't know about anyone else, but it definitely looked like it was. I'm sure by Saturday night it's going to look like zombie hordes walking around there, because there were a lot of people that were moving a lot slower last night than they were at the beginning of the day. I can guarantee you that. So, anyways, I'm going to get up, shower, get out of here, get back down to the convention, and my plan for day 3 is to demo the yellow game, Heroes of Normandy, and demo Medieval Academy. I'm going to swing by the Academy Games booth and take a look at Conflict of Heroes solo expansion. And let's see, I'm trying to think off the top of my head. I don't know how many other demos I'll get in today, because I've got like 3 games that I'm scheduled to play today. I'm scheduled to play, gosh, what am I scheduled to play? I don't know. I'll have to give it to you on the recap, because I can't remember what I'm scheduled to play. I am supposed to meet up with a designer later on tonight to take a look at his new game called 20 Yard Shamble. It's a zombie gladiator style game. I guess we've tamed the zombies, or we cured the zombie disease, but there's still zombies left over, so we don't know what to do with them. So we put them in a gladiator style fighting arena and wager on them. That's my understanding of the premise of the game. So hopefully I'll be able to take a look at that tonight and give you some more information on that. Again, the game is 20 Yard Shambles, so sounds interesting.